Ten to 11 years ago, the country's realty sector was at its zenith. The way prices were rising, it seemed that there were no rules and regulations for this sector. But eventually, the bubble went bust, ruining the builders. It seemed that an era of court cases, debt burdens, defaults, RERA, and imprisonments had begun for the builders. The realty sector fell like 9 pins and prices plummeted. The real story unfolds from here.
But light at the end of the tunnel was visible with the advent of RERA. It's not too long ago that the realty sector reforms began and the sector started to see a turnaround. This picture started to change in the last 2 to 3 years. Home buyers have made a comeback in the market and investors too have started showing interest. The stage looks set for a bumper time ahead for the real estate sector.
So in lieu of the lucre, Noida's Rahul invested a flat amount of money in Godrej Properties shares. He got lured by the rising demand of large-size homes due to the new norm of work from home owing to COVID. The state of the economy and expansion of the infrastructure of the country made him believe that a turnaround was around the corner. But today, all his wisdom seems shaken by what is happening on the ground.
Rahul just cannot comprehend where has his bet gone wrong. The value of the money he had invested in Godrej Properties have actually eroded by 40%. At one instance, Rahul wished that his investment would augment multifold times, but today he spooks at the fear of booking deep losses on his investment. So, has the growth of the entire real estate sector impeded, or a native problem lies inherent to Godrej Properties?
When he had bought the scrips of Godrej Properties or GPL, it was at a 52-week high of Rs 2,598. Now, the scrip has plummeted 40% and currently stands close to Rs 1,562 per share. Rahul is perplexed. He meets Ankit, his financial advisor, and wants to know the fate of his investment. Ankit attributes to the downfall to the opportunity of profit booking created in the stock back in October 2021 when it was at its record high levels. Secondly, the Godrej Property stock saw December quarter FIIs and DIIs holdings fall by 0.4%. Ankit says that some decisions of the company have raised concerns in the minds of the investors.
For example, investors are spooked by Godrej's investment in DB Realty. The company had bought warrants worth Rs 400 crore from DB Realty. The company had also made an investment deal of Rs 300 crore to build houses for the slum dwellers. One more factor which dismayed the investors, Godrej Property sales volume declined to 2.2 million square feet in the third quarter. In the previous quarter, this figure was 3.6 million square feet. So sales have decreased.
Rahul then asks, would the dismal state of affairs in Godrej Properties continue? Now, some points in favor of Godrej Properties. Ankit says, you have heard the bad things about the company. Now let us see what are the positives. So the company has work going on in total 186 million square feet area all over the country. The company has 81 projects going on. In the third quarter, even though the sales volume decreased, the booking value has actually seen a rise. Booking value was Rs 1,488 crore in the same quarter last year. It has gone up to Rs 1,541 crore in this quarter. Apart from bigger cities, the company is expanding its penetration in smaller towns as well. But the good news is that the company has called off its deal with DB Realty. This was music to Rahul's ears. The low debt burden is another bright spot in the fundamentals of the company. The company had a net debt of Rs 313 crore at the end of December 2021. The net debt to equity ratio of the company works out to be 0.04. Godrej also has healthy cash reserves. The company has Rs 636 crore in cash. The specialty of Godrej Properties is that unlike other developers, the company works on the asset-light model. Now Rahul questions that why is the script down despite so many positives? Ankit tells that he should also consider previous records of the company. He said that investors have made a lot of wealth by investing in this company in the past. Future prospect? Ankit says that sales volume is expected to remain strong in Q4 FY22. Company results have shown continuous improvement in previous 3 quarters. Booking firms are also bullish on Godrej Properties. Strong launch pipeline likely to increase pre-sales figure by 23% in FY23 according to data from Motilal Oswal. FY23 pre-sales bookings can be more than that in FY21. Now Rahul's view is clear on Godrej Properties. To understand what is debt equity ratio, watch Formula Guru.